The car turned away, and Eric stood by the hedgerow that protected the property from the road, and he stepped, for the first time, onto the grounds. It was as if a curtain had risen. It was exactly as Walter had described, the meadow rolling down to the grove of trees, the air filled with breezes and bird song. The cherry tree with the pig's teeth stuck into the trunk, its branches covering the porch with shade. The pink blossoms from earlier in the spring still dancing around in the grass. He was struck by the fertility of the soil. I mean, he had seldom been in a garden where the flowers looked so healthy. I mean, even the weeds were intensely green. Why had the tenants fled from all this beauty? For Eric had already decided that this place was beautiful. And then, there before him was the house itself, standing as it had for centuries. It wasn't at all what he expected. In fact, he was momentarily disappointed. It was old and little and yet altogether delightful. A simple colonial clapboard, painted white, two red brick chimneys on either end, 11 windows as you looked up from the front garden. To anyone else, it was simply a house, but Eric knew it was Walter's house, and because of that, he found it beautiful. Eric thought of Walter and the story of his friend Peter, who came here to die. Of all the young men who came here to find peace in their final days. He thought of all the men who died in those years and what they might have become. What the world would look like today had they been allowed to end their story on their own terms. Eric wondered what his life would be like if he had not been robbed of a generation of mentors, of poets, of friends, and perhaps even lovers. Here, finally, he felt the past that he could not summon inside his family's home. Eric felt the presence of the men who died here. He could feel Walter, too, his loving, guiding presence. Eric breathed and filled his lungs with the past. It stretched before him now, limitless. The past and the present, mingling together inside this house, inside him.